Good evening and welcome to the Haskell House. My name is Brock Jordan. I'm joined tonight by a familiar voice, especially coming up this football season, Mr. Mike Kalinowski. And you are currently watching the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, also sponsored by Dubrook. Mike, thanks for being here tonight. Obviously, we're gearing up to get pretty busy.
Well, yes, we are, and it's kind of hard to believe it's already here.
Right. Yeah, summer flew by, it feels like. The last couple months prepping for stuff is just, it seems like there's no time off. It's just go, go, go. But tonight we're going to talk football. Week 1 this week. Well, I think they changed it back to calling it week 1, not week 0 anymore. I never understood that. But first off, we'll just come out, announce we are doing 2 games this week. We're going to venture out into the Venango County area a little bit more this year. We have a few games planned out there, so we'll start out with 2 games this week. We'll be at Central Clarion and also at Franklin this week, so I know we're really excited for that. It's going to be a cool opportunity to get into Venango County a lot more.
It is, and I'll tell you what, too. You're going to see 3 teams in District 10 this week, actually, too. 3 teams, especially with Oil City and General McLean, making noise last year in the playoffs, in the district playoffs, and then into the state playoffs with Oil City, and then with Central Clarion, too, going to that championship game again. So it should be some really good football. And you're going to get a chance to see not just District 9,
right,
but some of the interesting teams in District 10 as well.
Yeah, we'll get into some District 10 teams here. Obviously Franklin and Titusville this week, and like I said, we'll dive into that a little bit later in the show. But we'll start off with some of our Clarion County teams. We'll start off, with the mentioned Central Clarion, and I know a lot of people seem to be excited about Central Clarion this year. We have Carter Hyman back as the second year now as a starting quarterback, so he's going to be a lot more comfortable into that offense. They'll have to replace some guys on defense, but I know last year, from the things we've seen throughout the year last season, they really turned into a team that seemed like they were really starting to get a hold of things.
Yeah, it took them just a little bit last year, but when they hit their stride, and I think Carter got more comfortable in that quarterback position. I know they had a key game, I believe it was at Du Bois last year, where he really took control and really shined, and I think that's what really got that team focused and moving. So it'll be interesting because, he still has a few weapons that he had last year with Rex and things like that, but they are missing Burford, they are missing Heineman on the line, and some of those big guns. So we'll see how Clarion kind of responds to that.
Yeah, and he does bring a couple weapons back. Brody Beggs obviously had that unfortunate injury week 1, but from what we were able to see, and I know talking with Coach Eggleton before the season last season, he was really excited for what Brody could bring, and now this year he hopes to get a full season out of him. So you'll have him coming back, and then the return to football of Dylan Smale, who obviously we know during basketball season is just, he's a heck of an athlete.
He's tough. He's a tough kid.
He is. So, you'll have him coming. He's coming back to football. I know Coach Eggleton's excited about that. Then obviously Ethan Rex, we've seen what he can do. It seems like every week, you're reading about him, you're hearing about him. And he's just such a good athlete out of the backfield, but he's a good pass catcher too. And I know Coach Eggleton really enjoys having him back. And I know Carter's probably going to enjoy having that safety blanket too.
Yeah, absolutely. And Rex gives you that so many dimensions. Not that these other guys don't, are great contributors as well, but he's just one of those special guys that, you need a few yards for a first down or you need a big play here or there. He's one of those guys you can go to and he's going to do everything he can to make that play. We've seen him with some spectacular plays over the last few years, and certainly he's going to be a catalyst on that Central Clarion team.
Yeah, and one of the other things about him, he's not afraid to be the workhorse either. He is not afraid to, get 30 touches a game. He is all for it. He's ready to put his head down, put his shoulder down, run through people, run around people. He really is fun to watch. And with Central Clarion defensively, we already said, they'll be replacing Hayden Hyman on the line there. Charlie Hepful, who was a very good linebacker for them. I know Coach Eggleton always had high praise for him, so he'll be looking to replace some of those guys. But he has some guys that are coming back on that side of the ball as well that he feels are ready to jump into these big roles. I know one of them was Jackson Moravins. He had a big year last year. I know, especially on the defensive side of the ball, I know Coach Eggleton was really pleased with how he played, and he's hoping for more out of him this year.
Well, he's another one too, and it's interesting you brought Moravins up. Boy, he can change the direction of a game too. He's quick, he's fast, he's physical, and shown many great things over the last couple seasons again too. So, I mean, they have a lot of guns to go to, and certainly will be tested against a big team in week number 1. It'll be interesting to see how they go against General McLean there, you know, a much bigger school, but still, you know, last year, you know, they gave Kirkland all they wanted for several quarters along there. So who knows? I mean, that game could go any direction.
Yeah, and you know, week 1, it's always one of those weeks where nobody's really up to what, you know, you never take the first game, not seriously, but you keep that one, you take that one with a grain of salt. You know, the week 1, you're kind of getting some of the nerves down, you know, things like that. So, you know, it's going to be exciting to see them play a team like we did say, General McLean, who's going to come down and going to bring the competition. Week 1, I know Central Clarion loves the competition. They want to have the teams like that. They want to look for that championship. They want to get these good games in. So I think we're poised to see a really fun season out of them.
And I know Coach Eagleton well. I had him as a student. Made him very smart is what it did. I'm just kidding. He made me smarter, I think. But I know they don't look ahead. I've talked to Davey before. You know, they don't like to look ahead week after week, but I'm sure they have the game on 10-2 on October 2nd circled with Karn City at Karn City, because not that, again, all those games don't matter before that. They certainly do. That's one I think that really will define what's going to happen with this team.
Right, and you know, that's the rematch to the district championship last year that Karn City took, and you know, that's going to be in the back of their minds, first of all. Obviously, it's a new year. You try to put that behind you, but like you said, that's going to be a game that they're going to have circled for multiple reasons, and it's again going to be a really good game. I know they weren't happy with how they played in that district championship game last year, so they're going to be ready to build on that. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be tough week after week. You know, we always pinpoint a team or two here or there, but you know, when you look at the teams that they're going to face this year, and as well as all of the other teams in the district, I think a lot of these schools have really stepped it up. You know, they're, you know, with Union AC Valley and Keystone, and you know, even Brookville and Punxsutawney is another one that comes to mind. Redbank Valley is on the schedule there. You know, these are not pushover teams. So every week, it's not like you can just show up. So you have to be ready to go, and that's where Central Clarion, you know, with the veterans they have and things like that, you would think that they would get things rolling here early.
Yeah, and you know, we'll move on. Speaking of that Redbank Valley team, it's going to be a lot different look from them this year. I know, reading some of the previews and stuff Mike Kilroy did, Redbank's going to be running the ball a lot more than they have been, and Coach Gold's not afraid to let everybody know that, but he's also not afraid to let everybody know that he has guys that he trusts this year to do that. I know he talked about a few years back, that championship team he had, that's how they won those games. You know, they ran the ball really well, and he's excited to get back to that kind of style, put your heads down. I know he's really excited about the line. I think he said over half of his roster's linemen, so he has the depth there that, you know, he was a little worried about last year, really young line. Yeah. So,
well, and this is a program too. I heard this. I was talking to friends of mine down in New Bethlehem. I do have a couple friends, and it wasn't Bob either.
Well, he doesn't tell the truth anyway.
I know, it's true. But they were all saying, they're like, well, we don't know. You know, boy, it's going to be, you know, they're going to have to go with this quarterback that's never played at that position, or this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, they always find a way. You know, Coach Gold has that team, and it's been coached so well, and they've built so well from their younger program, from junior high all the way up. It just seems like it's almost just like you mentioned Karn City or even Central Clarion and other teams. They're able to just fill those holes, and somehow, especially at Redbank Valley, somebody steps up. And it seems like it happens all the time.
Yeah, and I know they're looking to kind of run it how they did a few years back. They're going to be sort of a committee back there in the backfield with the running back room. But I know one guy that Coach Gold said he's excited about is Peyton Kennemuth. He said he's kind of going to be the feature back, so to speak, of that group, even though he needs him on defense too. So he's gonna give him his breathers here and there. He can't run him into the ground and then expect him to play defense, even though some guys have been asked to do that before. But that's going to be a guy that he's going to look for to really lead this team. You know, as we said, offensively, they're not going to be the throw for 2,000 yards and everything like that. So it's going to be an exciting year. It's going to be a different year for them, and I think there's a lot of people really looking forward to what they can do on the offensive side. I know at quarterback it'll be Easton Maganotti. So I know Coach Gold said he's not afraid to let Easton make plays as well. So it's going to be exciting to watch them and see what they can do. I know we have them on our schedule a few times this year.
And I think, too, when we talk about games you circle, you look at Redbank, and I was looking ahead here, too. On the 25th of September, they take on Brockway. Brockway's actually ranked 10th in the state. They were, AAA dropped down to single A.
Dropped down to single A.
And that goes with population and stuff like that. That could be a huge week, and it could be one of those weeks, too, that maybe determines where you're going to be at as far as
playoff implications. Absolutely.
And that's early on, so.
Yeah, and that'll be a good test for them early on. Brockway in recent years has been very good defensively, so that'll be a good test for Redbank Valley to see where they're at on the offensive side of the ball, see what that running back room is going to produce for them, see how Easton's going to play. Obviously, throwing a couple new receivers in there, but I know one of the things with Coach Gold was he wants to get back to that defense that's going to grind teams out, and so when you're going to run the ball, you're going to have to play that good defense because you're not going to get in shootouts anymore.
No.
So it's going to be I'm curious to see what's going to happen on the defensive side of the ball, too, with them.
Yep, it'll be interesting.
But, so when we come back, we're going to take a quick break here. But when we come back, we'll go over the rest of the teams in the Clarion County. We'll get into some more of the teams, Franklin, Oil City, Punxsutawney, Brookville, all those guys. We'll get into them a little bit, talk about some of our schedule, get into volleyball a little bit if we have some time later on. But we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, also sponsored by Dubrook, and we'll be right back.
Redbank Chevrolet, Clarion County's trusted vehicle dealer. At Redbank Chevrolet, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbors, your go-to team for everything Chevy. From the moment you walk through our doors, we're here to exceed your expectations with unbeatable service, great selection, and a fun car buying experience. Stop by or schedule your visit today. Together, let's drive.
80 years, 7 locations, generations of building stronger communities. From foundations to finish, Dubrook delivers concrete you can count on. Residential or commercial, choose the name you've trusted for years. Dubrook, your solid choice in concrete.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
Modern Living Solutions in Knox is growing and looking for skilled tradespeople in electrical, plumbing, framing, HVAC, and general construction. Experience preferred, but they invest in the right people. Work 40 hours a week on daylight shifts, starting at $20 an hour or more based on experience, and earn weekly performance bonuses up to 10%. They offer a $2,000 sign-on bonus and immediate paid vacation and holidays. Drug testing and background checks required. Apply today at modsbymodern.com or at Modern Living Solutions in Knox.
Kale's Kitchens has spent years helping families create warm, welcoming spaces. Every cabinet is locally made with integrity and quality. Visit the showroom today to find your kitchen that feels like home.
For over 50 years, Carly Tire in Clarion has been keeping you rolling with quality tires for all your driving needs. And now, we're more than just tires. From state inspections to oil changes to brakes and total car care, Carly Tire is your one-stop shop to keep your vehicle safe and running smooth. Experience hometown service you can trust and quality you can count on. Carly Tire, the area's largest selection of tires. Stop in today and see why Clarion has trusted us for over 50 years.
From your child's very first pair of glasses to contacts, sunglasses, and styles that fit your life today, the Laurel Eye Clinic is here for every stage. With expert fittings, quality lenses, and options you'll love, see your best with Laurel Eye Clinic, caring for your family's vision one generation at a time.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Where do you go to get remodeling ideas? You know, look at kitchens, bathrooms, flooring, ceiling, fireplaces, mix and match what you see, what you like, get ideas for your dream home, even talk to someone who knows something. Stop and see the guys at Tynesta Builder Supply, Tynesta in Shippensville.
Friday nights bring our communities together, and FunBank is proud to be part of it. We're here to support our local schools and hometown traditions. Visit any of our 7 locations or bank anytime with our online and mobile banking. FunBank, neighbors serving neighbors.
Clarion Ford Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram has the deals you're looking for. Bring your trade-in, walk our indoor showroom, and find the vehicle that's right for you. When you choose Clarion Ford, your dollars stay local, strengthening your community and supporting the local families and businesses. Drive home happy with Clarion Ford, and remember, nobody beats us.
I believe that people should choose MPRC. I just love the school.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at nprc.edu.
Life moves fast, and having a primary care physician who knows you means someone is keeping pace with your health. At Independence Health System, your primary care doctor knows your history. They're your first call for checkups, screenings, telehealth visits, and everyday concerns, connecting you directly to a network of trusted specialists across our system and hospitals, all here for you. Find expert care here at Independence Health System.
Welcome back to the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, also sponsored by Dubrook. Here live at the Haskell House. We're just going to jump right back in, keep going with football. I know we got a lot of teams to talk about here tonight, so let's get into Keystone a little bit. I know we were at a couple of their games last year. They had a lot of close games that could have went either way last year, and I know they're going to be looking to turn some of those around, but they bring a lot of guys back, so that's going to be one thing that they're excited about. I know Dom Corsetti, he's back to play quarterback. Eli Nellis looks to be healthy. He's going to be a big part of what they want to do, with the unfortunate injury last year. But they're going to be a team that you're going to have to watch out for.
This is a team that I think can really make a lot of noise in single A. Mm-hmm. And I think that they have to be up there on everyone's chart as far as when you pick them, just because of those gentlemen that you were talking about, with Nellis, Corsetti, and then, of course, Spence, and then the whole host of other guys they have. Those guys are fast, they're physical, they can do so many things, so many weapons that Coach Smith has over there to go to. And I think you're right. Last year, when Nellis went down, I think if he stays healthy and that team's cruising, I think you see a whole different season over there. So, this is going to be one where I think if, like you said, if they can stay healthy, they're a scary football team.
Oh, absolutely. It's an offense that can put up a lot of points. Obviously, with Corsetti, a quarterback, he rushed for over 1,000 yards, has a great arm, obviously a great athlete. We've seen him in basketball. We've seen him in all these sports. But they're a team that you're not going to be surprised week after week if they put up, 35, 40 points. And you're not going to be surprised at all if it's against a good team. So that's something that we know Coach Smith always has his guys ready over there. And I'm sure with this group of guys, they're hungry to get to the next step. And, not to get off track too much here, but you have a single A with, Port Allegheny's not going to be the expected powerhouse that they have been for the last 4 years, realistically. So it's a single A in District 9 that can be really wide open, as you said, and Keystone could be one of those teams that makes a lot of noise.
Well, in the first 5 weeks are going to tell a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They start with Brookville, then they go to Brockway, or Brockway comes to them. Then they're back on the road at Carn City. They go to Ridgeway, and then they welcome Central Clarion. Those are some big guns. Brockway, Carn City, and Central Clarion especially are the ones that stand out there. And it's, you know, those first 5 weeks I think are going to tell a lot. If they can hang with those guys, win some of those games, I think that that's really going to set them up well for the second half of the season.
Yeah, and you know, just off the top of my head, their game against Central Clarion last year was one of those close ones where, you know, even though the scoreboard at the end of the game didn't show it, that was a one possession game for 50 of the 60 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I should say 48 minutes. No, they're 15-minute quarters, aren't they? 12, yeah. Yeah, it's been too long. But I got to get back into the swing of things here.
Well, I had to think about it too for a second.
But, you know, so then we'll call it 40 out of 48 minutes. That was a one-possession game the entire way. So, you know, they're going to be looking to really come back from that game strong. And as you said, you know, they have Carn City on the schedule, who we'll talk a bit about later. They're going to be another team that, you know, every year somebody's there that's making noise for them. They have Cole Johnson back. But, yeah, Keystone, they're one of those teams that I think everybody's really going to be keeping an eye on this year.
Yeah. Oh, that's just something that, I'm not going to deny that at all. It's just going to be interesting. Like I said, if they can keep those guys healthy is the big thing. Wow. I mean, and I think that game against Brockway, too, right off the bat, that second week will tell a lot, you know. Not that it's the whole season, but I think, you know, how they play against them, because Brockway's expected to be pretty darn good. So we will see.
Yeah, and, you know, defensively, Joey Spence coming back, he's going to be the leader of that defense. You know, he and Jacob Henry, they made a great tandem on that Keystone defense. And he's going to be gunning for Jake Henry's tackle record. He's only, I think it was about 85 to 95 tackles away from breaking the school record there, which was just broken last year. So it's going to be interesting to watch. I know defensively that's another thing that they like. They like to be everywhere. They like to attack the ball. So that's going to be something to watch out for with them too. But then, you know, moving on to kind of the next door neighbors, Union AC Valley. It's going to be a team. They're losing their rushing attack of Gallagher and Skabinski last year. But as Coach Reed puts it, he has guys that are stepping in that he was ready, or he believes could have started last year had Gallagher and Skabinski not been there, and guys like Micah Kindle. He has a young quarterback in Andrew Kiefer who came out and did everything he was asked to do, and I know he's going to let the leash get a little bit looser this year for Andrew. So that's a team that, although young, that's another team that's going to be fun to watch.
Oh, they will be. And I was looking down their roster here today, and they're updated on Max Preps if anyone wants to know. Coaches, get your rosters out there, please. It just makes things so much easier.
Absolutely.
So that's my soapbox moment for today. But no, I was looking down through their roster, and boy, they have juniors and seniors, but they have a lot of sophomores that make contributions to that team. They're very young, and those guys are getting a lot of experience. They were very successful last year, and I think now they're starting to get ready. Now they're going to be missing, like you said, a few of those guys that they graduated. What was it, Gallagher
and Skabinski,
you know, those guys were just phenomenal. But they're bringing back talent too, and these guys. And I always try to say this too. This is with Central Clarion and Redbank. Any team that's been successful, those guys moving up, you always wonder, are they going to be good enough? But then you have to remember too, those guys have been playing against those starters ever since they were young, and moving up through. So, you know, hopefully by playing against those better guys, they've also improved their play as well.
Yeah, and that doesn't, you know, not to take away from the fact that team's young, but they have a couple guys that are going to be leaders that have a lot of varsity experience. I know Nick Eilise played a big part with their team last year. He's going to be one of the guys that's looked at as a senior to really lead that team. Noah Yori, he's going to be looked at on the line. I know he plays with heart. He plays with passion. He's not afraid on the line there to get dirty with it. But you know, another guy to watch out for on that team, Parker Bish. He going to be probably maybe seeing some time out of the backfield, seeing some time at wide receiver. He's a great athlete, really fast. I know coaches are really excited about him down there. Good friends with their defensive coordinator, Caden Rainey. So I know he's excited about the defense. I know he loses guys like Gallagher, guys like Colbin Elliott on the line, but I know he's excited for Micah Kindle, who he said offensively is going to bring just as much as he does defensively. So I know he's really excited about some guys coming back on his defense too.
And that's one of those things too, I think. And I believe all of our teams locally are coached very well. And I think Coach Reed down there, one of the things that he did last year that was really important was he recognized, he had a lot of young guys out there too. He recognized their limitations and played within those limitations. And I think that gave those guys that confidence. You know, they weren't going out there expected to do things that they were just not going to be able to do. And I think sometimes, you know, coaches can get a little excited and think, oh, well, we're gonna do this. But, you know, you play within your players and their strengths, and I think that's what he does really well down there. And one of the reasons why they've been so successful, and especially with these young guys.
Yeah, and he's going to really kind of have to do it again this year. A lot of young guys back, but like we said, those guys are building that confidence. We know, obviously, Andrew has a much better arm than his dad does, than Dustin, so you can trust him a lot better with that. But, yeah, they're going to be a team that, again, you never know, could make some noise any given week. They're going to come out, they're going to play their game, and you're going to see what they're going to be able to do. So There'll be another fun one to watch. I know they have some big games on the schedule this year. Obviously, they always have the Redbank games circled, so that's always one that's just knowing as a Union guy, that was the week that everybody gets excited for. So they'll have that one circled. Keystone, that was a good game last year. But
you just started a war too in a household down in Rammersburg, because when you compare Dustin Kiefer to his son,
I know
that's like comparing Bob Dunkel to Dan Marino.
Well,
Come on.
I know Dustin gets a little competitive sometimes.
Well, he can be competitive, but he can't throw. So.
All right, well, on to some of our Venango County teams. We'll start off here with Franklin. Big story with them this year. New head coach, Austin Ion, a Clarion County guy, previously with the Keystone coaching staff. And, you know, he's taken over at Franklin now. Had a chance to talk with him a week or two ago, and I know he's just pumped to get out there. He's ready to send his guys out, and he's ready to see what they can do. I know he's really excited for the season. He has a lot of athletes he's excited about on that team. So we'll be there week one. We'll see if he has his guys prepared. And knowing Austin, there's no doubt in my mind he will have his guys ready to play. So I know we're excited for Franklin this year as well.
Oh, definitely. And Austin's just a great guy. He did such a good job coaching at Keystone for those years, and as a player too. You know, he was a good player as well. He's young, he's exciting, and I think he'll have those guys really rolling. I think one of the things Franklin, you know, they've been up and down the last several years. They have a lot of kids to pull from, and I think if Austin can get them on a consistent track, I think you're going to see him pulling a lot more guys out there and a lot more of those athletes, because we know what their basketball teams have been like over the years. And I think they're going to just get nothing but more competitive.
Yeah, and I know one of the things he's really excited about are the numbers he has out there. I could have this vice versa. I don't have this written down. But his varsity team, I believe, has 34 guys. And then his junior high program, which is only 7th and 8th grade at Franklin, has, I believe it was 41 kids.
That's a lot. Yeah.
So, I mean, as he told me, you know, the numbers are there. And he even joked with me a little bit, said he told his junior high staff if they lose anybody, they're out of there. So he's taking that seriously. He's, well, not taking that part seriously, but he takes those numbers seriously. So, and I know he's ready to get some of these young guys work. He'll have a young guy coming in at quarterback, sophomore Harrison Doty, who got a little bit of play last year at quarterback, but, you know, now it's his position. Coach Ion's really excited about what he's seen and seen from him over the summer, and he'll have Caden Mincer in the backfield, who, you know, was kind of their workhorse last year, so he's ready to be the workhorse again. I had a chance to talk to him a week or two ago, so, you know, there's really a new energy from the guys at Franklin, and I know they're all super excited to be a part of it, super excited for Coach Ion. I know he kept some of the same staff there, and he has some new guys that he brought with him. So he's really excited, and it's going to be fun to see some new faces down there. But we're going to take another quick break here. When we come back, we'll get into the rest of the local teams here. I know we still have a couple, Oil City, Brookville, Punxsutawney, but Karnes City, some of those guys. But we will be right back, and you're watching the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, also sponsored by Dubrook.
Life moves fast, and having a primary care physician who knows you means someone is keeping pace with your health. At Independence Health System, your primary care doctor knows your history. They're your first call for checkups, screenings, telehealth visits, and everyday concerns, connecting you directly to a network of trusted specialists across our system and hospitals, all here for you. Find expert care here at Independence Health System.
I believe that people should choose MPRC. I just love the school.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at nprc.edu.
Clarion Ford Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram has the deals you're looking for. Bring your trade-in, walk our indoor showroom, and find the vehicle that's right for you. When you choose Clarion Ford, your dollars stay local, strengthening your community and supporting the local families and businesses. Drive home happy with Clarion Ford, and remember, nobody beats us.
Friday nights bring our communities together, and FunBank is proud to be part of it. We're here to support our local schools and hometown traditions. Visit any of our 7 locations or bank anytime with our online and mobile banking. FunBank, neighbors serving neighbors.
Where do you go to get remodeling ideas? You know, look at kitchens, bathrooms, flooring, ceiling, fireplaces, mix and match what you see, what you like, get ideas for your dream home, even talk to someone who knows something. Stop and see the guys at Tynesta Builder Supply, Tynesta and Shippensville.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
From your child's very first pair of glasses to contacts, sunglasses, and styles that fit your life today, the Laurel Eye Clinic is here for every stage. With expert fittings, quality lenses, and options you'll love, see your best with Laurel Eye Clinic, caring for your family's vision one generation at a time.
For over 50 years, Carly Tire and Clarion has been keeping you rolling with quality tires for all your driving needs. And now, we're more than just tires. From state inspections to oil changes to brakes and total car care, Carly Tire is your one-stop shop to keep your vehicle safe and running smooth. Experience hometown service you can trust and quality you can count on. Carly Tire, the area's largest selection of tires. Stop in today and see why Clarion has trusted us for over 50 years.
Kale's Kitchens has spent years helping families create warm, welcoming spaces. Every cabinet is locally made with integrity and quality. Visit the showroom today to find your kitchen that feels like home.
Modern Living Solutions in Knox is growing and looking for skilled tradespeople in electrical, plumbing, framing, HVAC, and general construction. Experience preferred, but they invest in the right people. Work 40 hours a week on daylight shifts starting at $20 an hour or more based on experience, and earn weekly performance bonuses up to 10%. They offer a $2,000 sign-on bonus and immediate paid vacation and holidays. Drug testing and background checks required. Apply today at modsbymodern.com or at Modern Living Solutions in Knox.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
80 years, 7 locations, generations of building stronger communities. From foundations to finish, Dubrook delivers concrete you can count on. Residential or commercial, choose the name you've trusted for years. Dubrook, your solid choice in concrete.
Redbank Chevrolet, Clarion County's trusted vehicle dealer. At Redbank Chevrolet, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbors, your go-to team for everything Chevy. From the moment you walk through our doors, we're here to exceed your expectations with unbeatable service, great selection, and a fun car buying experience. Stop by or schedule your visit today. Together, let's drive.
Alrighty, welcome back here to the Haskell House for the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, also sponsored by Dubrook. We're going to keep things football for right now. Like I said, we got a couple more teams to go through here. We'll start off with the other Venango County team in Oil City, the defending District 10 champions. So they're going to be looking to defend their title. Obviously, they got a lot of holes they have to fill, though, starting with their quarterback, Cole Finley, who was a Cranberry product, but obviously with their co-op over there. They'll have to replace their leading rusher in Stephen Heiss, a couple guys on their line. So it's going to be a full retool mode whenever they're going to have to defend that title. So they're going to be a team that, you're not really sure what to expect quite yet. It's going to really come down to, getting a couple games under their belt and seeing what they're all about.
Yeah, and that game, too, they knocked off General McLean to move on in a tough football game. So, I mean, this is a team. They know how to win. They've been successful. And that's another one, too. It seems like we always hear about a new guy that pops up there at Oil City. Years ago with, I forget, and this is terrible, the big running back.
Ethan Knox.
Yeah, Ethan Knox was so good. And then, of course, last year they were able to put things together, too, as the season went on. So, you can never count them out. And we'll be up there enough to see them. So it'll be interesting just to see how that team meshes.
I think we have them 2 or 3 times potentially on the schedule. And actually, one of the things I find most interesting about their schedule is their big rivalry games week 2, Franklin and Oil City. So they're getting that one out of the way quick. So I know we're planning on being up there for that one. So that'll be a fun one to watch. Really getting our first true look at some of these newly built teams. Like we said, new coaching staff at Franklin, new style of play, and it's going to be a lot of new guys on the field for Oil City. So a lot of questions that are going to be answered early on for us, at least.
Yeah, and they also, you look at their schedule too. They got teams like Sharon on there. Sharon's tough, and I know they're picked again pretty high. You never know about Meadville. Coach Collins up there at Meadville always does a fantastic job. They've been up and down. It just depends where they're at. So right off the bat, you see some games that are truly going to test them. It'll be interesting. We don't know if it's going to be played yet or not because of the way the AA and AAA playoffs are going to be with the Week 10 games. But, they would finish the season with Karn City. Boy, would I love to see that.
Oh, yeah, it'd be a great game because, obviously, there's a lot of great athletes, great football teams in District 10. And then to send Karn City their way, a team that's always really good down here in District 9. I mean, you can't really ask for a much better season ender than that.
No. So, again, with those guys, we'll just, like I said, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, and hopefully they'll get things rolling, and they usually do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they opened a lot of eyes last year. I think they exceeded some expectations last year with the district championship win, and I'm sure they'll be looking to do that again. But, like you said, it's all about those first few weeks answering some of their questions, and then after that, see where it takes them. But, moving on to some of our guys over in Jefferson County, Punxsutawney, another team that last year really came out and played really well, started off the year 8-0, and I know we were really impressed with them. They lost a lot of guys on their offensive side of the ball. They had a quarterback duo they played with. Lost both of them. New quarterback in this year's Teague Hetrick. So I know he's really excited. He kind of joked with his offensive lineman when I was talking to them for a preview saying he's not going to get sacked at all. So he's got a lot of pressure on his offensive line now. And I know his offensive line's really excited for that. They were happy to hear the confidence in his offensive line. So they're going to be another interesting team to watch. Like we said, kind of another full retool. I know Max Presloyd and Jane Greenblatt, they're going to be the wide receivers over there in Punxsutawney. Coach Snyder, really excited about them. Both of them great athletes.
Oh, Presloyd's so good.
Yeah, stepping into the starting roles now. They're going to be a team that once they answer their questions, you never know what can happen. And they have their not so secret weapon anymore in their kicker, Owen Roken.
Yeah. He's a guy, man. I'll tell you what. I don't know if I've ever seen a kicker, and there have been great kickers. Central Clarion's had them, all different teams. Boy, he's just in a class all on his own.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Snyder, it really helps him out, especially with a new look offense. That once he gets to probably say the 35-yard line, he's not opposed to sending his kicker out there, and that brings a whole new, really coaching style when it comes down to it. You get to 4th and 4, 4th and 5, send your kicker unit out there.
Yep.
And he's not afraid to do that. Yeah. So that's going to be kind of a wrinkle in their system they're really excited about.
Well, and those points are important. You know, a lot of times you'll go, it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5. You don't get it, you turn the ball over, and you're far in that territory. You're like, well, okay. But when you have a chance at 3 points, well, you're going to take that every time. And if that's going to set them apart from some other teams, you know, with that ability to do that. So it'll be interesting. They have been tough the last few years. I know we've enjoyed watching them, and can't wait to see them again this year.
Yeah, and you know, one thing I will mention, Coach Snyder did tell me he lost both his long snapper and holder. And if people don't realize it, those are 2 very important parts to the kicking unit. So it'll be exciting to see if you're going to have to get those guys figured out to be able to use Broken. So they're going to be an exciting team to watch. And again, once we answer their questions, you never know what can happen.
Well, and they're going to find somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
They'll find somebody.
Yep.
So
Coach Snyder does an excellent job over there. I know all the guys, all the players over there love him. In fact, one of them told me they never tell us wrong over here in Punxsutawney. The coaches never tell us wrong. So he has his guys bought in. That's one thing, and that's going to be a big thing for them this year. But moving down the road to Brookville, well, up the road, I guess I should say. Coach Morrison, another offense that's going to be really new look, losing his wide receivers and his quarterback. But he's another team that is excited about specifically the depth of his offensive line that he brings back. And, you know, it's one of those things where he wants his team this year to be physical.
And there's always high expectations in Brookville. You know, that's gone back a long time. They have not performed up to those expectations over the last few years, I know, or where they want to be. But, you know, here's an opportunity for them. A lot of young guys coming in, going to get some chances. You know, coach that's ready to go. And again, it's tough when you lose the talent that you do. We talk about that with every team. It happens to everybody, so you just have to be ready. So, you know, it'll be kind of interesting here at the beginning of the season to see how that team puts things together, and if they can start to put a few wins under their belt, sometimes that really helps.
Yeah, and you know, one of the interesting things about them, Coach Morrison told me they're not going to have necessarily specific positions for guys. Obviously, you know, you have your lineman and quarterback, but he's going to be throwing guys in different places when it comes to, you know, running back, wide receiver. He's telling his guys that we all have to be able to catch the ball, run the ball, block when you don't have the ball. So that's something that he's looking for all of his players to be able to really get the hang of, and I know he's been really happy with what he's seen so far. Another big proponent for him is they're big in the weight room over in Brookville. So he's been really excited, especially with his linemen, what they've done in the weight room. You know, getting bigger, stronger. He's really excited for the defensive side of the ball. A lot of his guys have been putting in a lot of work. And then his quarterback this year in Porter, you know, he's a guy that Coach Morrison has a lot of confidence in. You know, he said that he does everything the team needs him to do. He's team first, and that's what you want out of your quarterback. So they're going to be a team that's going to be fun to watch. You know, a couple big games this year. I think we're planning to be at the Redbank Brookville game.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be a fun one to be at. So we're excited to see them really gain some confidence and see what they can do as well. But moving on, Karn City, we'll get a little bit into them. And
we'll quickly get into them.
Yeah, we'll get into them, I guess. Sorry, Tyler's throwing up my signs back there, and he's really specific on his timing. But yeah, Karn City, you know, they have Cole Johnson back, who that's really all you need to know about them. He's such a fantastic athlete. I know Coach Sherman down there has so much confidence in what he's able to do. He's going to let him throw the ball a little bit more this year. Obviously, he didn't have to very much last year with the running back trio, I think it was, they had there. So, you know, Karn City always a team that's going to be tough year in, year out.
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, they had the running back trio last year. They'll find 3 more. They always do. And that's just something about Karn City. They are just tough-nosed, and they always have guys that step up. You never know who it's going to be. And just when you think they're going to be down and out, whoop, here comes someone else. So, yeah, it'll be interesting with them. Johnson's going to be, should be just phenomenal. But if he can throw the ball more, maybe take a little more pressure off that run, maybe give those guys a little bit of time to kind of get their bearings, I think that's going to have some big fruits for them by the end of the season.
Yeah, and he has the talent around him, too. I know Bryce Gallen and Owen Kaufman were names to watch down there. So they're going to be another team every year. Like you said, they find somebody. They find somebody to fill those holes. So that's another team that you're going to keep your eye on. I know Montauk down there in the second year now with their new head coach staff. They're excited for, to really just, last year was kind of their building year, and they weren't going to shy away from that. They knew it was going to take some time to get used to the offense, used to the system, but now it seems like the confidence levels from a lot of the players and everything are there. They know this offense. They're ready to make some tweaks to it, put in some more of those different plays and everything like that. So I know they're really excited down there as well.
Well, and it's been a long time for Montauk. I mean, there was even a question, a few years ago, whether they were going to play. And to see them gel back together, get things going again. And that's a school that plays with a lot of pride. They've had a lot of success, especially in the past, and they look hungry to bring that to the future. So I wish them the best, too, to try to get things turned around.
Yeah, and I mean, you see they have the athletes there, and it's just about putting it together. They had a very successful baseball season, very successful basketball season. So now it's just putting it together in that football season, getting everybody on the same page. But they're going to be another team to keep an eye on, see how they build. But we're going to take another quick break here. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the schedule we have planned out. Obviously, we'll tell you now, subject to change. Yeah, we fly by the seat of our pants around here sometimes, but that's what makes it so fun, so interesting.
It's live, man.
Yeah,
it's live.
There's no doubt there's going to be some changes, I'm sure. But you're watching the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, also sponsored by Dubrook, and we'll be right back.
Life moves fast, and having a primary care physician who knows you means someone is keeping pace with your health. At Independence Health System, your primary care doctor knows your history. They're your first call for checkups, screenings, telehealth visits, and everyday concerns, connecting you directly to a network of trusted specialists across our system and hospitals, all here for you. Find expert care here at Independence Health System.
Redbank Chevrolet, Clarion County's trusted vehicle dealer. At Redbank Chevrolet, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbors, your go-to team for everything Chevy. From the moment you walk through our doors, we're here to exceed your expectations with unbeatable service, great selection, and a fun car buying experience. Stop by or schedule your visit today. Together, let's drive.
I believe that people should choose MPRC. I just love the school.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at nprc.edu.
80 years, 7 locations, generations of building stronger communities. From foundations to finish, Dubrook delivers concrete you can count on. Residential or commercial, choose the name you've trusted for years. Dubrook, your solid choice in concrete.
Clarion Ford Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram has the deals you're looking for. Bring your trade-in, walk our indoor showroom, and find the vehicle that's right for you. When you choose Clarion Ford, your dollars stay local, strengthening your community and supporting the local families and businesses. Drive home happy with Clarion Ford, and remember, nobody beats us.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
Friday nights bring our communities together, and FunBank is proud to be part of it. We're here to support our local schools and hometown traditions. Visit any of our 7 locations or bank anytime with our online and mobile banking. FunBank, neighbors serving neighbors.
Modern Living Solutions in Knox is growing and looking for skilled tradespeople in electrical, plumbing, framing, HVAC, and general construction. Experience preferred, but they invest in the right people. Work 40 hours a week on daylight shifts, starting at $20 an hour or more based on experience, and earn weekly performance bonuses up to 10%. They offer a $2,000 sign-on bonus and immediate paid vacation and holidays. Drug testing and background checks required. Apply today at modsbymodern.com or at Modern Living Solutions in Knox.
Where do you go to get remodeling ideas? Look at kitchens, bathrooms, flooring, ceiling, fireplaces. Mix and match what you see, what you like. Get ideas for your dream home. Even talk to someone who knows something. Stop and see the guys at Tynesta Builder Supply. Tynesta in Shippensville.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Kale's Kitchens has spent years helping families create warm, welcoming spaces. Every cabinet is locally made with integrity and quality. Visit the showroom today to find your kitchen that feels like home.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
For over 50 years, Carly Tire and Clarion has been keeping you rolling with quality tires for all your driving needs. And now, we're more than just tires. From state inspections to oil changes to brakes and total car care, Carly Tire is your one-stop shop to keep your vehicles safe and running smooth. Experience hometown service you can trust and quality you can count on. Carly Tire, the area's largest selection of tires. Stop in today and see why Clarion has trusted us for over 50 years.
From your child's very first pair of glasses to contacts, sunglasses, and styles that fit your life today, the Laurel Eye Clinic is here for every stage. With expert fittings, quality lenses, and options you'll love, see your best with Laurel Eye Clinic, caring for your family's vision one generation at a time.
Alrighty, welcome back here to the Haskell House for the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, also sponsored by Dubrook. Just real quick here to end things off, we're going to go over our tentative schedule, broadcast schedule for football season. We'll throw, obviously, some volleyball games and stuff in there that we're not sure yet. We're going to, once football season starts and we have everything in turn for that, which we pretty much do, but we just want to be triple sure.
Yep.
But, you know, first off, like we said, starting out, we'll be at 2 games this week. We'll be at Central Clarion for Central Clarion, General McLean. I know you guys will be there for that one. That, like we said, should be a good one. And then I'll be over in Venango County with the guys. We'll be at Titusville at Franklin. So that's another one that, you know, we're going to be excited for. Like we said, kind of not the first time we've been in Venango County, but we're going to start hitting it this year. And we're excited to be over there, get some more coverage over there and expand and see what they're all about over there.
Yeah, and you have two good guys, too, that are going to be over there with you, too, with Nate Stice and Dave Cadis. Both professionals, been around a while, and you know, I've worked with Dave probably since the early 1900s, it seems. But with Stice, you know, he's come along, and he is so informed. He does his job so well, and I think you're going to enjoy what those two guys bring. And you know, General McLean's going to come in last year again, dropping that championship game. I had a chance to look at some of the video and some of the stuff on him. Coach McCormick comes back. They say their line is going to be outstanding. They do have a tight end that's getting a lot of looks, and that is Caden Haller. Supposedly he's very, very good. And they have a young quarterback, but he's taken over for his brother, and that is Josh Caro. So, you know, these guys are experienced, they're ready to go, and they have some, just like all these teams do, some really good position players, and it'll be interesting to see how they go against Central Clarion and how Central Clarion responds to them.
Yeah, moving on to week 2, we will have Central Clarion again against Union AC Valley on the schedule this year. So 2 hometown teams going at it. That'll be a fun one. And we're also at Venango County the next week as well. Obviously, we said that week is Oil City Franklin. That's the one everybody's gearing up for.
Big Route 8 game. Yeah.
Yep, and I know everybody's excited for that one. So we'll see what happens for those 2 weeks. But that's going to be 2 teams that really are 2 games, I should say, where the teams are only about 10, 15 minutes from each other. So. Yeah. We'll see what happens with that one. A couple rivalries coming back. You know, and
sometimes it's not close up there with Oil City Franklin. Sometimes it is. It just depends. But that's always just a big night, you know, and that brings everybody out. It's a huge night. It's almost like basically homecoming, except it's not homecoming week. So I think you'll have a lot of fun up there. And then with Union and AC Valley coming into Clarion, boy, I'll tell you what, that has all the, you know, it's going to test that young Union team, but then it'll show what Central Clarion, are they going to come in, take control, and win a game that they probably on paper should win, or is, you know, Union going to come in and be the spoiler that week? It'll be interesting.
Yeah, and then moving on to week 3, we'll have Union AC Valley again against Redbank Valley, another rivalry game that everybody, you say that's the Venango County game that brings everybody out, Union Redbank Valley, or Union AC Valley and Redbank Valley. That one always brings the people out too.
What's that route between Ryan?
861.
Yeah, we'll call it the 861 trophy or something. we should come up with one for that. Yeah, that'll be fun down there too, and that's a war as well. It's
every year.
It's just like when Clarion and CL used to play. It's all that stuff, and you kind of play not just for that win, but you play for the pride too. So
yeah, and that's one that they split the series last year. Union AC Valley won the regular season game, but then Redbank Valley came out and won in the playoffs, knocked them out. So yeah, you really don't know what's going to happen there. It's going to be another good one. Then moving on, week 4, we're scheduled to be at Redbank Valley at Brookville. Again, we're going to see what Brookville's all about. So that's going to be a Redbank Valley team who's looking to play different play style this year. And then we're going to see what Brookville can do. That'll be another fun one. Again, 2 schools realistically not that far. Would we call that one the Route 28 rivalry? Who knows?
We could. Yeah.
But we'll just come up with a name for everyone. But so that should be another fun one.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. And it'll be interesting to see Brookville. I don't know if we didn't have them last year, so just to see what they're doing over there. And we always like going there too. I know Oz over there always treats us really well.
Absolutely.
Except for Tyler, he always breaks stuff over there.
Well, yeah, but we don't. I think
right.
Tyler left a tee there the year before last, and we ended up finding it last year or something that you can't take them anywhere.
No.
But then moving on, Brockway at Red Bank, and then that week we also are doing Cathedral Prep at Oil City. So we'll get Oil City in again there, and Cathedral Prep, that's a team that I don't really know too much about them football-wise, but I know in a lot of their other sports they are fantastic. Yeah. So that'll be really a challenge for Oil City. That'll tell us a lot about who Oil City is as a program.
Yeah, and Cathedral Prep's coming in. They're going to be tough. That's just one thing that's at District 10, those bigger teams in District 10, and it's just they're very competitive. I don't know if I have to say it's probably even close to Whippeal competitive when it comes to those bigger teams. So that should be a really good week. What was our
Brockway, Redbank Valley.
Oh yeah, that's like I said, Brockway's ranked 10th in the state. Will they still be ranked 10th at that point? We'll see. They're predicted to be pretty good, but we'll all be left on the field that night. Yep. That'll be a good one.
Absolutely. Week 6, heading Karn City and Central Clarion. We kind of got into that game a little bit. We know what that game's always all about. Just 2 of the really good teams in the area, just duking it out for 48 minutes.
Yeah, and that game's down there, right?
That one should be at Central Clarion this year.
I'm going to take a look here. I think it is. I have all my notes.
Because we were down there last year.
Oh, let's see.
Game.
They are they do come up. So they'll be packing a punch. They're going to bring a big crowd. They always bring a big crowd.
Well.
And so get there early that night. Because I know it's tough to sometimes get down into the field there at Clarion, as far as like parking and stuff. So you want to get there early for that one.
And not only that game that week, but you Venango County folks that go to AC Valley and Keystone, we have the Union AC Valley and Keystone's game on the schedule that week for our Venango County game. So don't think you AC Valley folk and them that live in Venango County, don't think we forgot about you.
That's right.
We are heading to that game as well on our Venango County site. So that's another game as we talk about the Keystone AC Valley rivalry, even Keystone Union rivalry, comes back to the gridiron. So
I think we did, and this goes back years ago when Clarion made their state run the one year. And we jumped around to a few games, and we picked that game at Keystone that year. And boy, I swear that game ended up like 12-10 Keystone, or it was 12-10 one of them. Phenomenal football game. We really enjoyed it. And those two, it's just, they're going to smack each other in the mouth and keep on going because that's just how they are against each other.
Even last year, it came down to the field goal try at the end of the game. So, that's always a good game. That's one that everybody's always usually excited for. Moving on to week 7, we have Cameron County at Keystone. We'll head over to Keystone that week. Cameron County showed some flashes when we saw them last week, had some good offensive players. So, but again, Keystone, there's some high expectations down there in Knox. So, we'll get them on. And then moving on, week 8, Keystone and Redbank Valley. That'll be, that's always a pretty good game there too. So, going to be excited about that one. Get the local teams on again.
And 2 A teams.
Yep.
So big playoff implications too.
Yep. The following week, Central Clarion and Redbank Valley. Those guys are on each other's schedule again, so that'll be a fun game to be at.
I think that's one. Isn't Cadis on with me on that one? Because Bob's away.
Yeah, that's one that we're at Redbank Valley, and of all places, of all times, Bob isn't available.
Well,
he's not the one in his backyard.
Historically, we go back, and I don't know if it was when Doherty was quarterbacking years and years and years ago, but that game turned into one of the highest scoring and more yards in the season. This goes back several years ago, and Bob was away. And I know he finally got some service, and he texted us. He goes, "I go away, and you guys get an outstanding game." So, you just never know what's going to happen.
No offense, Bob, but we're hoping for it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Week 10, that's the week again where final week of the season. We have 2 games on schedule. Hoping the Venango one stays up. Of course, like Mike said, with playoff implications, you never know what could happen. With, what was it, 3A you said?
2 and 3A.
2 and 3A. So we'll keep an eye on that, but Carn City, Oil City, we'll keep an eye on that game. The other one, Central Clarion at Butler, which just a repeat of the season finale last year.
Yeah, and that, a lot of question marks for Week 10. I was informed of that by a couple of the athletic directors. I know Brad Fraser, I talked to him, and Kevin Craig over at Keystone, and they had mentioned about, that Week 10 with the sub-regions now, if you are a playoff team, in those, that you may have to drop that Week 10 game because of those sub-regions and go start your playoffs. So who knows? I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully that's the case for our teams, that they are playoff bound and going. But we're going to have games no matter what, all covered.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. Well, that's I think that's going to do it for us. We'll throw in one more quick commercial break before Tyler cuts you guys off there. We have so many sponsors, so many great sponsors we want to thank this year, helping put everything on. So, we'll like I said, we'll take that quick commercial break, and then we'll see you next time. From Brock Jordan and Mike Kalinowski, this was the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, also sponsored by Dubrook. And like I said, we'll see you next time.
Redbank Chevrolet, Clarion County's trusted vehicle dealer. At Redbank Chevrolet, we're more than just a dealership. We're your neighbors, your go-to team for everything Chevy. From the moment you walk through our doors, we're here to exceed your expectations with unbeatable service, great selection, and a fun car buying experience. Stop by or schedule your visit today. Together, let's drive.
80 years, 7 locations, generations of building stronger communities. From foundations to finish, Dubrook delivers concrete you can count on. Residential or commercial, choose the name you've trusted for years. Dubrook, your solid choice in concrete.
At Clarion Forest VNA, we bring compassionate care to your doorstep. From skilled nursing to hospice services, we're here for you and your loved ones. Clarion Forest VNA, your trusted partner in home health care.
Life moves fast, and having a primary care physician who knows you means someone is keeping pace with your health. At Independence Health System, your primary care doctor knows your history. They're your first call for checkups, screenings, telehealth visits, and everyday concerns, connecting you directly to a network of trusted specialists across our system and hospitals, all here for you. Find expert care here at Independence Health System.